Also in attendance with us today, the Command Chief Master Sergeant, 341st Missile Wing, Malmstrom Air Force Base, Montana, Chief Master Sergeant Thomas Stiles. The Commander, 81st Training Wing, Keesler Air Force Base, Colonel Michelle Edmondson, accompanied by her husband, David. The Commander, 2nd Bomb Wing, Barksdale Air Force Base, Louisiana, Colonel Ty Newman. The Command Chief Master Sergeant, 2nd Bomb Wing, Barksdale Air Force Base, Louisiana, Chief Master Sergeant Teresa Clapper. We would also like to introduce a distinguished group in attendance with us today. With the members of the Air Education and Training Command, Squadron Commanders and Spouses, Force 17 Alpha, please stand to be recognized. Although time does not permit us to introduce all of our distinguished guests, the 37th Training Wing is proud to welcome each of you. We hope you enjoy today's ceremony. Today, we give special recognition to one of the Air Force's finest senior non-commissioned officers on the occasion of his retirement, closing out 30 years of military service to the United States. The Superintendent, 320th Training Squadron, Chief Master Sergeant Timothy J. Servati. Chief Servati hails from Rush Springs, Oklahoma, and enlisted in the Air Force in 1987 as an aircraft armament systems specialist. He has held assignments in Washington, New Mexico, Nevada, Texas, Germany, South Korea, and United Kingdom. He served in a variety of roles within his career field. Stepping outside his career field, he served a tour as a military training instructor in the 1990s. Additionally, he served as the Military Liaison Team Operations Non-Commissioned Officer to the Republic of Macedonia, working inside their Ministry of Defense, fostering closer ties with the former Yugoslavian province. Chief Servati has deployed multiple times to include Operations Desert Shield, Desert Storm, Northern Watch, Southern Watch, Joint Guardian, Iraqi Freedom, and Enduring Freedom. His decorations include the Meritorious Service Medal with 4 Oak Leaf clusters, Air Force Commendation Medal with 3 Oak Leaf clusters, Joint Service Achievement Medal, and the Air Force Achievement Medal with 2 Oak Leaf clusters. Chief Servati is joined today by his wife Toni, their children Tim, Colton, and Tucker, and many family and friends to celebrate his career. Chief Master Sergeant Servati, your selfless dedication will not be forgotten. We salute you and wish you and your family the best in all your future endeavors and remind you that you will always be part of the Air Force family. The airmen who will pass and review today have completed a demanding 7.5-week program that provides Air Force units throughout the world with trained airmen. Part of this training includes the time-proven concepts of military customs and traditions, of which this parade is a vital part. All graduating airmen will also march over the enlisted heroes wall. They will lead the way for the thousands of airmen that will follow, all reflecting on our enlisted heritage, tradition of honor, and our legacy of valor. Our Commander of Airmen is Chief Master Sergeant Timothy Servati, Superintendent, 320th Training Squadron. Colonel Allen will review today's ceremony. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the playing of the national anthem. Thank you. Please be seated. Ladies and gentlemen, the graduating airmen passing in review today represent a portion of the 39,000 recruits who will complete basic military training this year. The 737 training group provides all recruits the essential military training to become motivated members of the enlisted corps of the greatest air force in the world. The military training instructors are responsible for the indoctrination, development, and discipline of the airmen. They have dedicated endless hours to ensure all training objectives are met. Today's graduates have proven through academic studies, military training, physical training, and the development of teamwork that they are ready to take their place in the United States Air Force. The flights you will view today are a representation of the enlisted force. Each flight represents an enlisted member of the Air Force who has embodied our core values and contributed to its heritage. As our graduates turn left onto the bomb run to pass in review, they will march over the enlisted heroes wall. The airmen recognized on the pavers have been awarded our nation's highest honors, representing heroic and unselfish actions as members of the United States Air Force in armed conflict, including present-day operations in Afghanistan. They include 7 Medals of Honor, 26 Air Force Crosses, and 173 Silver Stars awarded for bravery during encounters with hostile enemy combatants. These enlisted heroes serve to inspire all airmen to execute their duties courageously and with honor in their service to this great nation. Armed with a knowledge of our past, the airmen will exit the Heroes Walk by marching over a blue line, signifying their accession into the greatest air power in the world. Musical support for this morning's ceremony has been provided by the 737th Training Group's Drum and Bugle Corps, Murray Point, from the 321st Training Squadron, performing today under the direction of Master Sergeant Sherry Wynn, hometown Chattanooga, Tennessee. These airmen are also in basic military training, but have been hand-selected to perform for ceremonies of this type. We would like for you to notice our national, state, and territorial flags. As these flags pass in review, please stand and render the appropriate courtesies for our national flag. Once the flags have passed in review, please be courteous of others and be seated in order to allow all our guests the opportunity to view the flights as they pass in review. Now massing in review. Our Commander of Airmen is Chief Master Sergeant Timothy Cervani, Superintendent, 320th Training Squadron, hometown, Rush Springs, Oklahoma. Of the 321st Training Squadron, the Drum and Bugle Corps, representing Chief Master Sergeant of the Air Force number 14, Murray Flight, led by Technical Sergeant Andre Rojas, hometown, Cali, Columbia, and Technical Sergeant Michael Child, hometown, Fitzgerald, Georgia.
Right up! Good!
The A Squadron Commander is Technical Sergeant Ed Sherman, military training instructor, 321st Training Squadron, hometown, Guam, Japan. Representing Chief Master Sergeant of the Air Force number 2, Harlow Flight, led by Master Sergeant Justin Webb, hometown, Effingham, Illinois. From the 324th Training Squadron, representing Chief Master Sergeant of the Air Force number 15, McKinley Flight, led by Technical Sergeant Noel De Leon, hometown, North Amboy, New Jersey. From the 324th Training Squadron, representing Chief Master Sergeant of the Air Force number 11, Campanelli Flight, led by Master Sergeant Matthew Black, hometown, Blanding, Utah. From the 321st Training Squadron, representing Chief Master Sergeant of the Air Force number 9, Beneker Flight, led by Master Sergeant Latoria Ellis, hometown, Miami, Florida. From the 321st Training Squadron, representing the first woman in the Air Force, Blake Flight, led by Technical Sergeant Donald Mills, hometown, Moultrie, Georgia. The squadron selected as the color guard is from the 322nd Training Squadron, led by Master Sergeant Aaron Lawhorn, hometown, Smithfield, Virginia. The flight selected to carry our national, state, and territorial flags are from the 320th Training Squadron, representing Chief Master Sergeant of the Air Force number 7, Andrews Flight, led by Technical Sergeant Joshua Leonard, hometown, Cheyenne, Wyoming, and Technical Sergeant Darren Hamilton, hometown, Las Vegas, Nevada. The B Squadron Commander is Master Sergeant Mark Mendez, military training instructor, 323rd Training Squadron, hometown, Las Cruces, New Mexico. Of the 320th Training Squadron, representing Chief Master Sergeant of the Air Force number 8, Parrish Flight, led by Master Sergeant Brian Sickety, hometown, Ohio. From the 320th Training Squadron, representing Chief Master Sergeant of the Air Force number 10, Kingston Flight, led by Technical Sergeant Jason Poteet, hometown, Fort Worth, Texas. From the 323rd Training Squadron, representing an Air Force Combat Action Medal recipient, Blue Flight, led by Technical Sergeant James Owen, hometown, Blythewood, South Carolina. From the 323rd Training Squadron, representing Chief Master Sergeant of the Air Force Number 16, Roy Flight, led by Technical Sergeant Chad Deal, hometown, Johnstown, Pennsylvania. From the 323rd Training Squadron, representing Chief Master Sergeant of the Air Force Number 17, Cody Flight, led by Technical Sergeant Jonathan Hobson, hometown, Fort Lewis, Washington. From the 323rd Training Squadron, representing a Medal of Honor recipient, Matthews Flight, led by Technical Sergeant Jessica Heights, hometown, Indiana, Pennsylvania. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the playing of the United States Air Force song. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Please be seated. Over the last 7.5 weeks, the airmen before you have transformed civilians into motivated, disciplined warrior airmen with the foundation to serve in the world's greatest air force. Once these airmen leave basic military training, they will enter Airman Week, where they will develop their critical thinking skills and further personalize the Air Force core values. They will continue on to technical training to learn the skills needed to perform in one of over 130 Air Force specialties. They will then move on to serve at one of over 84 Air Force bases around the world or work directly with our sister services. As these airmen move on to technical training, they will continue to focus on adapting to military requirements, achieving occupational proficiency, and learning how to be highly productive members of the Air Force. These men and women will prepare for increased responsibilities and must ensure they are trained, qualified, and ready to deploy and operate in an expeditionary environment while maintaining home station readiness. Of the hundreds of thousands of American citizens that enter the workforce each year, less than 1% have joined the ranks of the U.S. military, and an even smaller percentage in the United States Air Force. You should be proud of their accomplishments thus far. The airmen before you have reached a milestone in their Air Force journey and will require your continued support to assist them in their future endeavors. These airmen are the future of our Air Force and will pave the way for future generations of airmen as we continue to fly, fight, and win. take a moment to congratulate all of our Squadron Honor graduates, as well as their families. Basic Military Training Honor graduates distinguished themselves by being ranked in the top 10% of all airmen graduating in their class. The exceptional personal dedication, integrity, service before self, and sustained excellence these airmen displayed throughout basic military training earned them this outstanding distinction. As the airmen march forward for the oath of enlistment, we would like to thank the families and friends who are here in support of the airmen graduating today. Your words of encouragement help motivate these airmen through 7.5 weeks of basic military training. On behalf of the United States Air Force and Air Force Basic Military Training, we extend our thanks to the many families and friends of America's airmen for the support of your airmen and the greatest air power the world has ever known. Colonel Allen will now come forward and address our graduated airmen.
Wow, what an awesome ceremony. What a beautiful group of airmen we have out here. Ladies and gentlemen, what do you think? How'd they do? I agree with you. What an inspirational thing we just witnessed, and what an honor it is to be here with you today. You know, when they asked me to do this, I gotta be honest, I was a little prideful, maybe even feel a little special about myself, until yesterday. And in good chief fashion, our Chief Master Sergeant Thomas Bell came up to me yesterday and said, "Sir, I know they asked you to talk, and I know you're feeling a little prideful about yourself, but as someone that stood on that field, let me give you 2 pieces of advice. Sorry, Chief, what do you got?" He said, 1, nobody's listening to you. And 2, you are the only thing standing between those loved ones, those aunts, uncles, brothers, cousins, moms and dads that just want to hug the neck of those airmen on the field. So, make it short. Sorry, Chief, I can do that. So, really, if you just indulge me just a few thank yous, that's all we'll do when we get out of here. One is to thank you. Thank you for being here today. Thank you for dropping off your airmen 7 weeks ago and trusting us with them. I think when you showed up to reunite with them, you saw a difference in their eyes. You saw a difference in their walk. You saw pride and respect. And you sit here today, great celebration of their accomplishments. So thank you for trusting us. Thank you for being willing to drop them off and let them go through this journey with us. And thank you for joining us to be here today. Thank you. Another special group with us, as always, is our veterans. Veterans, if you could please stand. You are truly what makes our country great. And each and every ceremony I'm able to attend in this great uniform, you always bring a pride, a heritage, a class to the ceremony. So thank you for joining us, and thank you for your sacrifice. Thank you for what you've done for our country. So Missy, thank you for allowing our team to be here this week. We brought a bunch of airmen here from Malmstrom Air Force Base in Montana, and our sister wing, Colonel Ty Newman, brought a bunch of airmen down from 2nd Bomb Wing in Barksdale Air Force Base. And as your customer, we just wanted an opportunity to get a peek behind the curtain to see how you do business and to see how you create these great airmen. And what a wonderful journey it was, what a wonderful 2 days it was to hang with you and your professional team and to see what it is that you do so well each and every day. And part of that crowd that we noticed we got a chance to interact with was your military training instructor. What an unbelievable group of people those are. What an unbelievable, passionate group of people that have one goal in mind, ladies and gentlemen, and that is to coach, train, and mentor your loved ones, our airmen, to do more, see more, be more, and achieve more than maybe they even did. If that's not servant leadership, I don't know what it is. So they also deserve our applause. Thank you. To the airmen on the field, thank you. Thank you for walking in that recruiter's office and saying, here I am, send me. Thank you for the dedication, the pride, the resiliency, the sacrifice it took to make it these 7 weeks. More of you showed up and stand here today. This is not an easy training program, as it shouldn't be. You need to earn it. And by standing here today, that's exactly what you have done. You have earned this feeling. You have earned this pride. You have earned that uniform. You have earned this celebration. Most of all, you have earned the right to be called airman. And all I ask of you is that you remember today. You remember what it took to get here today. You remember the pride that you feel today. You remember how proud you are to wear that uniform. And that each and every day that you wake up, that you're privileged enough to continue to wear it, I ask you to do the same thing and simply earn it each and every day. And if you're willing to accept that charge, I just simply have one question for you. Are you ready to join the ranks of the world's greatest Air Force? I think they're ready. What do you guys think?
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand. Colonel Allen will now administer the oath of enlistment.
Raise your right hand. Repeat after me. I state your name.
I state your name.
Do solemnly swear or affirm
Do solemnly swear
that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States
that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States
against all enemies, foreign and domestic.
against all enemies, foreign and domestic.
That I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same.
That I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same.
And that I will obey the orders of the President of the United States.
And I will obey the orders of the President of the United States.
And the orders of the officers appointed over me.
And the orders of the officers appointed over me.
According to regulations and the Uniform Code of Military Justice.
According to regulations in the Uniform Code of Military Justice.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations, Airman. Welcome to the Royal French Air Force.
Thank you, Colonel Allen. Ladies and gentlemen, please remain standing as our newest airmen recite the Airman's Creed and remain in place for the departure of our official party. I am an American airman.
I am a warrior. I have answered my nation's call. I am an American airman. My mission is to fly high and win. I am faithful to a proud heritage, a tradition of honor, and a legacy of valor. I am an American airman. Guardian of freedom and justice. My nation's sword and shield. Its century of independence. I defend my country with my life. I am American.
321st Training Squadron, Vinegar and Blake Flight. They are followed by Parrish, Kingston Flight from the 320th Training Squadron. The last four flights are from the 323rd Training Squadron, Blue, Roy, Cody, and Matthew's Flight. Airmen in the state flag mast, Andrew's Flight from the 320th Training Squadron, will be released to their visitors at the equipment locker to your left after they secure the flags. Airmen in the Drum and Bugle Corps, Murray Flight from the 321st Training Squadron, will meet their family members at the north-side bleachers near the equipment lockers after they have secured their instruments. Please be careful while exiting the bleachers and while moving onto the grassy areas. For your safety, we also ask that you only use the stairs to exit the bleachers. All airmen are now released to their visitors. Thank you for attendance and enjoy the rest of your stay at Joint Base San Antonio, Lackland, Texas.